Welcome to the U.K.E-liquid Mixing Show. It is a Wednesday night and it's time for another little bit of mixing, a little bit of chat. So if you just look at the top, if you are in chat, just make sure you're in live chat, not in twat chat. And if you are, just swap them around. So tonight we have got a special guest, which is Advocacy for Liberty in that corner. We've also got your regular host, which is myself, Benny Vapes. We've also got our own mixing guru, which is Graham Net Reality. We have also got our own mixing detective, which is Liam Sherlock Holmes. We've also got the one and only, the chair, which is Bill. And we've also got our own mixing Jesus, which is Bobo from the Vapory. So I don't expect many people to be in tonight because football's on. And if you want to, well, you might not want a note score, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It's half time and it's 1-1. So there you go. Is it back on again? Is it now?
Yeah.
So I'll pop chat out so we can see everybody. Does someone want to go through chat? Liam, do you want to go through chat, please?
In chat this week, we have an advocate for liberty, obviously. Ingvar M. Loken, Graham Spears, Vapor Bunny, Dion78, The Late Night Vape Show, Lady Liberty, Fee, A Up Me Duck, Mandalorian, Jay Jarry, Mowgli Vapes, Rocky Tooney, Jacob Vapor, Albert Valenti, and I believe that... Oh, and the studio.
Fee?
Fee's just popped in?
I'm sure I said Fee.
Oh, did you? Yep. Don't know.
There'll be a fee for saying fee.
Yeah. So we'll go around and see what everybody's vaping on, do a little buffet. We will start with Mr. Bobo.
I have got the drag with some blueberry stuff in it, nasty juice, what's it called? Stargazing. Pretty nice. Really enjoying it. I'm not normally into blueberries, but like I've done.
They're bringing some new stuff out, aren't they?
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all over Twitter.
The new stuff they did wasn't that great, I thought. Didn't like the shishas that much.
Right.
But the stargazing and the blue raspberry that they brought out are pretty nice and they sell very fucking well, both in salt and short fill. I am on the Matchy Silver with Mike Island 2. Not silver. It's not silver at all. It's fucking rainbow. With Mike Island 2 and a net magma box, and inside that I have got a little bit of one of Graham's ones. Raspberry donuts. I've got the Beguile, which I actually recorded my review for today.
Whoop,
probably
whoop.
3 months before I actually edited and put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's the first person to get it and last person to get the review out.
That's me, man. I haven't put a review up in about 8 months. That's bad. I will pass it over to our lovely guest.
I got the grass with the avocado on top. I know that's old school, but the avocado on top, and then that I got what I made on Fresh's show last week, the red, white, and blue cream. It's a strawberry, blueberry, and cream, but I did the cream a little different. It's a little different, and it took a few days to steep in. It was okay at first, but it's actually gotten better. That, and I got 2 more setups I'm going to try if we mix something today. I've got the both Aegis Legends out, and this one's got the Purge X on top with Duchess coils in it, and this one's got my own coils in it with the Barrage on top.
Yay! Yeah. Are they with custom skins on them?
Yeah, the custom skins from Jay from 510 Connection. The Aegis, what is it called? Aegis custom
Aegis
skin?
Legend. Custom
Aegis custom agent skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a good job on that. Gonna be using that new logo here. We're gonna try it out this week. So yeah, he sent me over the JPEG for it and stuff. So
we're all right. Are you passing it to?
Let's see. Well, who looks the most prepared? All right, Bill doesn't. Bill.
I'm ill repaired. Yes. I'm on the Evil Dildo with the Dead Rabbit V2. And in that, I have the custardy one that I'm trying out. That's one of Disco's recipes. Oddly enough, I'm vaping 2 of Disco's recipes. I've got the Arbiter on top of the Gur, and in that I have the morning one, which is also one of hers. And then in the other one, I have the double barrel with the Arbiter on it, and in that I of course have Bill's nuts. And I will pass it over to Lee Graham.
Well, Bill, I've got the Minikin 2 with a barrage on top, and in that I've got my own juice, which is the Enlightened Lemon Pocket. Gone through 5 bottles of that so far.
You're not supposed to be vaping it yourself. You're supposed to be selling it.
Yeah.
Oh, these are the ones that I failed to get the tops on properly because I broke this child seal or something like that. So they're my own stuff.
Which he did by mistake.
Lemon Pocket is my favourite out of yours.
It is
Yeah,
mine.
really like it. And I've got the Gaia, Ultrana Gaia with the blank on top. And in that, I've got some thing I made yesterday in chat with Bill and Disco. I first called it Mr. T, but it's now called Nicholas.
Jack Nicholas, yes.
Yeah, Jack Nicholas, because it's better than Arnold Palmer. Which I didn't know. I just thought I'd make a lemon.
He was going to make a tea lemonade, which is an Arnold Palmer 50%. 50%. That's what he always drank.
Yeah.
But so then he tried to juice it up and call it Jack Nicholas.
Yeah.
I won't have a clue. I don't like tea, so.
I'm not too sure about it. Maybe okay in the next couple of days. Again, changed it, but I still don't think it's ready. I'll pass it on to Liam.
Okay, well, as everybody knows, I'm on the Tesla Invader 3 with a profile 1.5. But as nobody knows, I am also on the Steamcrave Titan 1.5 PWM.
Has it got batteries in it?
With the Titan V2.
The water tank is what that is.
And
Where you gone? Where you gone? Where you gone? You've disappeared, you. You've disappeared.
Disappearing juice.
and in that, I have some of the chairs gone nuts.
Mate, that was like magic then.
So
Which
is that
is-
a toy?
Yeah, and new mix as well for Bill.
Yeah, the
Which-
chair's gone nuts, huh?
Yeah, which
didn't
I'll-
realize
Oh, we'll have a
you
look
had
at that in a
mixed
bit then.
of that nature.
And I also have the Snow Wolf Mfeng UX.
What does UX mean?
That's the one which is cheap, isn't it? Which looks like
Yeah,
which looks like a transformer.
it does. It's going to be called Optimus. And as you can tell, that one's actually got batteries in it too.
Oh, look at that.
Use the pod
Where did
style
you get that from? It was like 20 quid, wasn't it?
20 quid, yeah. UK Vape Kings.
That's
Okay.
all right, isn't it?
Good.
And in that, I am running some Wandering Bunny, which is a recipe I released yesterday.
All right, we'll have a look at that as well. We've got a couple of things to look
Yeah,
at.
I saw that. There's one thing in it I don't have. It's a minor thing, the cupcake. Other than that, I've got all the rest. It's just the one you put in at 5%. But other than that, I've got everything else in it.
And yeah, that's me done now. So I will pass it over to Bobo.
I went first, mate. I'll pass it
Oh
over
yes,
to
you
Yeah.
did. I'll pass it over to Bill.
Oh, good. I'll fill it to Benny.
Thank you very much. We usually do this, Tim. You know what I mean? It gets passed around and no one knows where we're at. Zippy, you all right? Vapor Money and what is it? Who else has just said hello? Chris Earl, you all right, buddy? Long time no see. I'm on the Deco with the Arbiter, and inside that I have got a little bit of
Hey,
my birthday present. Enlighten. I'm also on the Solo with the Solo. So that's the Eddie Solo with the Abbott Solo. And inside that, I've got a little bit of my own DIY blackcurrant coconut candy. So I've got 2 flavours. Only cotton. Yeah, it's all right.
Takes it that for about 3 weeks.
It's only. But I haven't been mixed some more. It's not the same one.
That's got exactly the same amount in it as last week and the week before.
Because I've made 30 mil up. 30 mil, it's going down.
I was expecting fruit pastels. I had some fruit pastels.
It's only
Fruit
mouth to lung,
pastels
innit?
or Cotton candy.
I only do that in mouth to lung. So and that is me, Graham. You all right? Not you, Graham. Other Graham.
No, it's spelled wrong.
Creamy.
Spelled correctly, man.
Right.
Benji's put down. Oh, Benny spilled some juice on that shirt. It seems the only shirt he wears. Right? Do you know what it is? Right. So I come home from training, and it's the only thing that doesn't need ironing.
I think
You know
the
what I
thing
mean?
about it is you're on the shows and you don't realize, because I've got like 50 shirts. I mean, but you've got shirts that you're wearing, and then you're like, when I'm getting ready to on a Wednesday or something, you're getting ready to do the show, and you're like, I wonder if I had this same shirt on last week. Hell, I don't know what I had on last week, and I'm sure as hell not going to pull up last week's show just to see what I was wearing,
Yeah.
so I can change it to something else. Screw it.
Well, when I wash it once a week, and I iron once a week. But when it comes to like middle of the week, I've worn most of the stuff, and I need to wash it. You know what I mean? So I just iron stuff when I need it, and this
you're
stuff
just,
need ironing.
you throw on what you throw on, and it's like, hey,
Yeah.
it maybe I may have the same shirt on every single show, and I would have no idea because I never keep track of what the hell I
No.
wear on what
I
show.
must own about 50 or 60 t-shirts, like loads of them. But all my t-shirts live in a drawer rather than in like a wardrobe. So like they get washed, get folded, get put on the top of the drawer. So
Yeah.
the next day I take the one from the top of the drawer.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I only ever wear like this one. I've got a band called Habits and a band called Burning Flag, and I've got them 3 on repeat pretty much
Yeah,
all of them.
exactly.
Hey, they're in retail or something. She ought to know FIFO.
Well, what is it? I'm going after-
FIFO, first in, first out, where you rotate your stock. When you get it in, you pull the stuff. So whenever she puts the stuff back in the drawer, they should rotate the shirt to the bottom. They ought to take all the others back out. I'd be getting on someone if I was you, Bobo.
That's fucking me, that does it, mate.
You
Send them
gotta
put stuff away.
FIFO. You
My
gotta
wife
im-
nicks all my t-shirts. So
Yeah,
then
I've got 2
I-
t-shirts that aren't mine anymore.
my wife nicks all mine, so I'm left with then only a handful of t-shirts because she's worn my others.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going like a fig, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just wearing the same shirt all the time because I leave most of the time, don't I? So how do you know I haven't got 7 of these t-shirts?
That
was fucking
that
my favourite
what Mick
t-shirt.
did. When we first started the show, Mick was like, everybody's going to think I just keep wearing the same shirt. He said, but I've got like a bunch of these blue shirts. He said, so then he found some black ones, and he's like, okay, well, now I got some black ones too. It's like, this is all I wear now.
Yeah, exactly. It's just my favourite t-shirts. So we will give a shout out first of all. Graham, do you want to do a little shout out? All right then, you see, just be
What?
talking about it.
Shout out for what?
What we discussed before we came
Yeah,
on. Who
was
were you
your
going to
idea,
talk
mate?
about?
it's exactly.
Oh,
Oh yes, that one.
Yeah.
yeah, just
Yeah.
want to send our love to Fresh03. If you watched his channel recently, he's not doing very many. He's not going to do videos for a while. Not going to be doing the mixing. He's in a lot of pain at the moment, and we'd just like to say, for everybody at the UK Vape Show, look after yourself. You'll be missed for a while, and just hopefully it's not too serious. And I ban crap at this kind of stuff.
You're the
So what
one
is-
decided it.
Exactly.
No.
So big love, Fresh.
Big Benny love.
Big Ben love. I hope you're feeling better soon, mate, and we look forward to seeing you on the screen very shortly. Take some rest, get doctors on it, and hopefully you'll be fine and dandy and be ready to rock and roll. So, as you see, we have got a guest on. So, Tim, we will talk about yourself. Where can we find you, first of all?
Most social media is an advocate for liberty. I made it simple because you get the complicated thing where you got 7 different names. It's like even I'm confused on what I have, so I tried to make it easier.
Yeah.
I've got a
I think-
question.
Yes.
What's your name?
My name's
Tim.
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 Tim,
Sound. I
yeah.
know so many people on YouTube. It's like, what's
That's okay.
your actual name?
Yeah.
The old in the Holy Grail. You remember Monty Python and the Holy Grail with the guy?
Oh,
that was up
yes.
there, was like they called me.
I'm the one that brought that up
Tim.
last week. But... So-
Yeah.
So they call him Tim.
Tim.
Exactly. No, and we just like to start off, I mean, I obviously do advocacy, go out and check to hearings. I've been to both of our Washington D.C. Rallies. I spoke at the second one as lead speaker.
Right.
Yeah. But we and I go to hearings and stuff, and we try to talk to the politicians and try to communicate with them outside of the hearings, obviously. But that's how it started. And then just lately, I've noticed when COVID started, the whole thing. Sorry. But when that whole pandemic started, that we started having a little bit of problems with people getting anxious, depressed, and potentially, suicidal. So I started focusing more on the mental aspect of things and positivity and trying to bring people back up and do shows about specific things and maybe help. Because I used to be a counselor at one time, a long time ago.
Right, yep.
So, and I just saw a need, and that's where I've been, and it's went well. And I think that the community's been pushing it more and more. Fresh has been pushing this in, Grim, and I've seen on your show, and this positivity thing, it needs to keep moving because we have enough negativity. Just focus on the positives.
Yeah, to be fair, I think doing these live shows through the lockdown, has helped a lot of people out. Just for giving them something different to watch, interacting, talking to people in chat. I do think it helps a lot of people out. I know that I had an email from someone that won Sean, who won a contest, and he was saying that it's helped him out with watching shows and everything. So yeah, I do think live shows have got people through it, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? And kept people sort of motivated.
I don't know. Watching Graham sometimes can be a little depressing, though.
We also had to break the stigma of the Unity Discord for people to get together and help each other through tough times, whether you need help or something. Sometimes people don't get in there and they don't want to talk about what's going on with them right away, and they just kind of sit back and watch, and then eventually usually come out with what's going on. But if they don't ever, it still feels better to be in a group than alone. If you start feeling yourself pulled back away from people, that's the time when you really need to reach out or have someone reach out to you.
And sometimes knowing that there's somebody there that's willing to listen to you is enough.
Definitely.
Exactly.
And I take it you also mix.
Yeah, that's actually
you're on the
kind
show.
of been fairly new,
right.
but I've turned out I'm not terrible at it. So
Yeah.
So
where did your mixing journey start then? So obviously you were vaping, and did you get in it straight away, or was it halfway through, or is it a couple of years ago?
It hasn't even been that long. Hasn't even been that long. I tried a while back, a long time ago. I had just two flavors. I had a mint and a strawberry, and I tried to mix those two, and I did a horrible job, so I never touched it again until mixing it up like this. I think it was around January of this year, and then just since then, I've just been keep on going. My first one I did on his live show because I won that the Flavora giveaway, and I mixed up a chocolate donut, and it turned out really good. So it's just been since there, and I don't have that Apocalypse shelf, but that's because of shows like this, shows like Freshes, and shows like Mixing It Up. Watching these shows and taking notes. Make sure you have a notepad down. If you hear something, write it down on the specific flavors. And if you hear about good flavors that everybody loves, write it down. Like I was in here the other day with Graham and Zippy for a while in a Zoom, and we were talking, and I got a list of some flavorings to pick up, to get what I wanted. And
Do that.
it's
Graham. Go sit with Graham.
It's a kickback from the flavorings company, so he does it to everybody in Zoom. So it's not.
Graham and Zippy are really good for doing that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it does help a lot when you hear these.
You order stuff, and 6 months from now, you look over and think, why do I have this? And all of a sudden, they'll be like, Graham.
That's okay. I wrote Graham's name next to everything.
Yeah.
And if you're watching the show and you're like me and you're lazy and you don't want to write the stuff down, there's this neat thing you can do. You can just come on tomorrow back onto YouTube and rewatch that part of the show. It's there for you. You don't have
Look
to
at that. Do you know, Billy's so slick at doing that, and he just reminded me that we do have hashtag Replay Rangers.
Yes.
So if you do say if you're watching this back on replay, just type down in chat, down in the comments on the video, hashtag Replay Rangers, and you'll get a little bumper like this. There we
And
go.
Lady Liberty says that donut tastes horrible flashbacks of Dunkin' Donut chocolate.
Yes, Dunkin' Donuts chocolate donut, and that's actually what tastes like spot on. But she used to work at Dunkin' Donuts, so for
Oh.
her, it's kind of like a, yeah,
Okay.
because it's too authentic. She doesn't like it.
So we did have a couple of replay rangers. We had our own Mick, Late Night Vape Show, saying, sound on, replay ranger, bro. And he says, only cool people vape Molly Lolly. And we also had Pete Harper. He said he tried Polar Ice, was very refreshing on the hot days, but it breaks down the cotton in one day. I'm not re-wicking every day. Once a week to 2 weeks is fine, but not every day.
Lazy bastard.
No,
So-
it's not.
So I don't know if you've ever had that Polar Ice. I don't know if anybody else has tried it and had problems with it breaking your cotton down.
I hardly use those WS23 instead of Polar Ice.
I have found if you just don't open the RTA up and look at the cotton,
Yeah,
it's, you don't know.
Hey, if you don't fill it up, it won't leak.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of stuff you can do to eliminate, because
Yeah.
I changed my cotton. I'll do once I start a tank. If I've got a 120 ml bottle, I will not bust that open until I'm at least done with that bottle. I vape 120 mil of whatever I'm vaping on to every tank I do, minimum.
Used to be a blueberry lemonade. Now it tastes like charcoal.
Yeah.
Oh, I never really notice, the flavor going. And then whenever you change the cotton, it's like for the first few hits after you change it, you don't get as much flavor. But I think it's like anything else. Once you get some flavoring in the cotton, as long as it doesn't get to that gunky part to where it just can't hold anything anymore or whatever. I don't, I've never really had cotton go that rough on me.
Yeah. So you started that, you've done a bit of mixing, and you're going down the rabbit hole now of buying. So you soon be with Zippy and Pippa and everybody with a full rack of flavourings.
Now I think I'm staying at Benny level.
Yeah, mate, he does. You start getting them, and you're like, "Geez, where did they come on?" They're like multiplying in your wardrobe or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the bottles keep getting bigger too as I get them.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing I found is you get something you like and you think, well, I'm going to get a big bottle of this. So you get the 4-ounce bottle, and then all of a sudden you get it, and then you realize, well, I'm kind of getting tired of that, so I'm going to go over to this 4-ounce. Now you got this 4-ounce bottle that's in here. I've got a line of them over here that I haven't touched in 6 months, and I got all these big bottles of stuff. And then by the time I got it, I was done with what
I used.
or you get something in and then they come out with another flavor for another company, or even the same company, they come with a new version, and it's like, that's better. It's like, but I got all this to use.
Yeah.
I got a gallon of this and I'm not going to use it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope we don't got his concentrates from his giveaway and a little bit extra that I put in for him. So glad I've got there all the time. But he says he went and bought his first concentrates last week. This week I have 136 flavours delivered.
Wow.
Yes, went overboard, but most of the flavours are based off recipes from Graham, Lever and Nevans, so they'll be used.
Well, if you need any help with those flavors, Liam's available at
Yeah.
he's on the following social media. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you need any help with those flavors, just contact us and I will give you a hand.
So 136 flavours is going balls deep. Balls
So
deep.
you're gonna
Yeah,
contact
it'll
them.
be a
They're gonna be
while
on like
before you
this.
get to that one.
You contact them. They're gonna be doing this in the background. That's all you're getting for your hand.
Yeah.
We got a question from Scott Morrison
I like that. Yeah.
asking how many mil do you all vape in a week?
Do you know, right, I don't vape. I vape, but it just doesn't seem to go down. Like I say, I mix it between a mouth to lung and, like a 120 or a 50 mil. I might do about 120 in a week, maybe. Do you know what I mean?
200.
Yeah, I go through about 200.
It's really hard to tell because I usually vape so many different things at the same time. If I just took one bottle and set it there and vaped it, then I could tell. But due to the fact that I've usually got at least 4 tanks going, But I would say probably somewhere between 150 and 200, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I have been known to do 50 mil in a day though, if I get a really, really nice flavour.
Well,
depends-
now if you count spillage and stuff, yeah, I've done 50 mil in a day.
Sometimes different.
Yeah.
See, watch. See, 50 mil done.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did 120 mil one time, just like that. You know?
And there's a little thing there if you want to see spillage. If you want to see some spillage, go over to Scuba's channel and watch him dump a load of VG all over everywhere.
I've heard horror stories about this. I'm with Bill though. I really don't know. I literally have like 15 setups on a coffee table because I test the different flavors and stuff, and that's including testing some flavors. Like lately, I've tested a few for Tom Lyford, and they've been really good. By the way, I gotta admit he's a pretty good mixer. And testing flavors consistently like that, and then if I'm really on something, I'll just go through it and I'll mix one up, and I don't even pay attention. So I don't even know anymore. I used to go through like maybe a 60 a week. And I think I'm higher than that now because of testing.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed my nicotine because I was always on 0 nicotine. Now I'm on 3 to 6. I vape less.
You see, I go between 0 and 3, depending on what I'm vaping.
I did 4 for a long time. I've got it down to 3. I'm going to try to take it down to 2.9.
2.9. If that doesn't work, he's going up to 3.1.
Yeah. Just mix around about there. When you're saying how many times do you refill your tank in 1 week? Fuck no.
Yeah, it's quite a few times in a day. No, when I first started, I got into vaping back quite a few years ago, and I started vaping, and I started out at that time, it was like the 24 milligrams, and then I did about a week of that. I cut it to 18 milligrams. I did about a week of that. I cut it to 12. I cut it to 6. I cut it to 3. I cut it to 0. And I thought, this stuff worked great. I'm done smoking because I'm down to 0 nicotine. And what happened within about a week, I'd went out and bought a pack of smokes. So you can't just bang it down like that. But I do try to cut the nicotine down a little as I go. And like I said, I will take it down from 3 eventually down to 2, 2.5 or something. But, the ultimate goal is to get it down to the point to where it's a pacifier. You know?
Yep. Yeah, when you're stressed, though, you need a little bit of it. You just do. And you haven't stressful. And the world's been kind of stressful. And I had to go grab this because this one you only have to fill once a day. Maybe,
and there's no overhang on that. I like.
Yeah, there's no. They like the overhang.
I had this on the clutch one day. I put this on the clutch. That looks so ridiculous. But you just got to carry batteries with you, and you're set for the day. You fill it once, just carry it with you. And this is the 18 mil tank, but you have the 30 mil on it. It's like on the clutch. There you go. Your daily here. This is your daily sleeper.
Yeah.
You carry it once, and then you're all set. Yeah, I don't have the PWM. I need to get something that's big.
Something a bit bigger, yeah.
I had it on the I put the because this has got the series build thing you can put in there.
Oh yeah.
Series Lego
Series
box.
deck. Yeah.
And I had it on the Chubby Abel stack, and that was the closest I had. It looked like Deuce Scepter is what we called it.
On that one, you've got it on right now. It looks like every time after you get done vaping it, you have to put the kickstand down so it doesn't tip over.
Yeah, that's the paranormal. So, yeah.
Jacob Vapor just said, I'm on 18 milligram most days, but investing in an RDA in a few weeks. What MG would you recommend for an RDA?
No more than 6 milligrams.
Yeah.
6 is rough.
Yeah.
I decided I'll try it on 12 one time. Oh my God.
If you're doing 18, 6 is probably all right. Usually 6 is, if I was to try to do 6 on an RDA right now, it would probably just about choke me out.
I think Jake uses a lot of like the small 10 mils. So switch over to if you're going to do an RDA, switch over to a really good short fill and just top it up.
Like Amatorium.
And I think Larry wants me to mention the fact that he came up with this bourbon recipe. He's shooting for Jack Daniels.
All right,
it came out like Jim Beam, and he had me flavor test it with him while he's going through it. And oh my God, I use that in a lot of things. I made the Not Your Brother's root beer. Yeah, I made for it. It's just, it's so good. It's a great bourbon mix. Thing
Right.
If you
for good
like,
whiskey.
if you like whiskey mixes, yeah.
Yeah, I see. I didn't think I did either.
I
Well,
don't.
and then I got that, and it's like now I kind of crave it a little bit, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
I tried root beer one time, just a root beer vape, and I didn't care for it. And I've mixed a few bourbons and stuff, and no, it's kind of like it's one of those things where it's like drinking an O'Doul's. You're not getting the alcohol with it, and if I'm not getting the alcohol, I don't want the flavor. The flavor's not what I drank for when I used to drink. So it was the buds, and you're not getting the buds. So
I'm looking for the recipe now. I can remember when he posted it on Facebook.
Right, so we've got a question from A Up Me Duck. Question for casters: if any of you mix MTL juice, do you do anything different to high VG juice, like cranking up the flavours? If you're using it in a pod, then you will have to crank up the flavour. Because you just don't. It's like mixing the old days with the pods. But if I'm mixing in like an RTA mouth to lung, then no, I don't do much different from what I would do doing VG. What about yourselves? If you were mixing,
I don't.
Girls.
Yeah, I don't generally do mouth to lung, but I do tell people that if they're going to be mixing up any of my recipes for a pod system at least, to up it by 25% overall.
Yep. Yeah.
Not mix it at 25%, but take the total and up at 25%.
I was doing the same thing. I was testing it at about a third up, about a third.
So you're saying 25%. If it was 10, take it to 12.5.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing is, I think 70-30 though. Do you still go? I mix everything 70-30, whether or not I'm putting it in an MTL, whether I'm putting it in an RDA, everything is 70-30 on mine.
Depends on if I think the coil can actually handle it, because some coils can't handle 70-30.
If you get them from John at Proper Coils, where, by the way, if you use Late Night Vape Show 10, you can get 10% off. Then you can,
if you're using a stock coiler like that for mouth to lung, it might struggle.
Yeah, I mean the OG Nautilus was pretty good with the stock coils. That could handle 70-30 okay. But
you can't do it with the flavours muted off it though.
Yeah, and the other thing I found as well, especially in the wintertime, because the juice gets that little bit thicker, then it would really start to struggle.
But the thing is most stock coils that you buy, people buy stock coils by commercial juice, and most of that 70-30.
Yep.
Like generally, when I'm dealing with a customer who's got a smaller kit, and they want like a thicker juice, if the coil's anything bigger than like a POX or above with the Wickham ports, it's generally all right. Yeah. We'll warn people that they might lose a day or two of coil life, but generally, as long as it's not overly sweet and it's got a decent size Wickham port on the coil, you'll be all right with pretty much any juice.
You just hit on something too, Bobo, about Bill. He says he can go through a 120 mil, but he also does a lot of DIY. So DIY does not affect your coils nearly as much as most commercial juices. So you can get through a lot farther without your cotton turning black.
It depends on if you use a lot of super sweet or whatever else you're using in it, obviously. But it's the sweetener usually that's more the coil killer.
I normally get through between 200 and 300 mil before I have to re-wick.
Yeah, I could go that long, but I think in a lot of cases with mine, what happens to, I've got a couple of ones that I vape on a regular basis, and like Bill's nuts as an example, as it steeps longer, the flavor changes until you get to that point, and then it stays the same. But when you mix a new bottle, because I always wait until that one's totally empty and then my tank's almost empty, then I re-wick, because that flavor that's still in there will be the old. And I like that flavor that I get right off the shake, because it's like vaping something different for a while, and then it slightly changes as you go. And if you leave the old cotton in, then you're going to start back out with that same flavor you already had. And by the time that gets run in there, then you've already missed your first 2 days. And some stuff I like right off the shake, and then you just follow it as it goes.
And then there's some too that the flavor builds. Like I noticed with Tom's with his, he made a mint cookie, like shamrock cookie type thing, and it's got the cookie builds. after a little while. After about a couple tanks full, you feel that cookie build, and you might, like you said, completely. It's like having a totally different juice in a matter of
Yeah.
a couple tanks.
Yeah.
Griffland, you all right, mate? I hope my duck's saying he's going to be using MTL RTAs. Like I say, maybe use a 60-40 and just keep his flavour same than a 50-50 or use 70-30. My juice is all 70-30 like Bill's, except from if I'm going into what else. But yeah, a lot of them, if I were doing like the net tobaccos, I usually do that 50-50 because I like the throaty on the tobacco side of things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but if we're doing a normal one, then yeah, 70-30, 60-40. Jacob Vapor put on, is a Goal RDA any good? Think it's old but good for beginners. I've just had a look. It looks all right. It's got a ceramic deck on it. It's a single coil. I would probably say that you could pick up a, well, I've just picked up that for £3.49.
What's that?
For if you want this. No, we're after he's looking at a Goal. I picked that up drop solo for £3.49.
The girls are Bosch RDA.
Have you had it?
Yeah, I've got one out there, to be fair, and I've been using quite a lot recently. It's real good little dripper, absolute flavour banger, really easy to wick, really easy to coil, and you can get it for buttons.
Well, that's what he's looking at. He's the first time he's looking for something that's easy for his first one. Like I say, Bobo says, yeah, go for it. It's a cracker. If you are looking for a dual one, go for the Dead Rabbit original. That's a piece of piss to Wickham coil and that. You can pick them up now. Original, what is it? It's for peanuts, can't you? Dead Rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only problem is with the OG Dead Rabbit RDA, it's the airflow. When you're, because the airflow is right at the top. So if you're going to purge if you're going to purge your RDA, like you see on a lot of YouTube things, it's going to smack you in the face.
It does.
Yeah,
it does all.
It's got angled airflow and straight up. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, don't purge it.
As long as you've got it pointed away from you, you just got to look where it's at first, and then.
And it goes down your shirt instead. Okay.
Yeah. But, a lot of the time, there's no need to purge RDAs now either, because the only reason why people were purging the RDAs was to actually preheat the coils. But the mods are so good now that the coils pretty much instant fire up. You don't need to preheat them.
The only problem you have there is if you've been purging for a long time, you'll automatically purge. I've gotten to the point now to where I when I pick one up, I purge, I vape. I'm not doing it now specifically to purge on them. It's just habit, you know.
Yeah,
the purging. Yeah, see, the purging is for when you've got a mech. That's what, to let the coils warm up a little bit more.
Purge X.
Yeah.
Purge X.
Yeah. But that's what it's for. But yeah. So we've got the ether. Someone's using the ether, which was Andrew. He's using the Andrew George. I particularly didn't get on with the ether myself. Didn't think it was that cracking. Thought it was a little bit of a shit to coil on. Yeah, I didn't particularly like. But yes, you can. I think. Who put it on? Fee put on, can you get a reduced direct to lung? Yes, you can. And you can also get a really, really tight mouth to lung. But if you're looking for one that does everything, I would definitely recommend the Arbiter Solo.
Oh, yeah. The Arbiter Solo.
You can do very, very tight mouth to lung, and you can do a fantastic reduced direct to lung.
Correct. Yeah, because I do the RDL on it. Mainly, if I'm wanting to stealth vape, I cut it down. But the nice thing about it is you don't have to take it apart or do anything. A couple of twists and you've got it down to a real tight, and a couple of twists and you've got it back up to a restricted direct lung. So it takes, you don't have to do anything except a couple of turns on top and you've got it, you know.
Yeah, so what's your flavour profile? Have you been just doing everything? I know you're mixing for your lass she keeps pinching them, doesn't she?
She does, and she likes them. Yeah, she does. I've lost a lot of them recently. I've had some good ones. That's how I know if it's good. If it's good, I don't get to vape it.
Oh, is that what you sounded to you? That's a flavour test.
Yeah, that's my flavor test. If it's good, it's gone by the time I've done the show. Like, where is my?
How much do you mix usually? Do you mix 30 or 100?
I usually do 30. I usually do 30, unless I'm really confident, and I'll make it 60. But I was making 10s for a while, but I found 10 for 1 is really difficult to get a really good mix in there. Because if
Yeah.
you're up by 0.1
Yeah.
or 0.0, just a
Yeah,
little
if
tiny
you
bit,
drip a 1/2 drip too much on a 10, you've changed the whole flavor
you
profile.
change the entire,
Yeah.
yeah. So at least a 30, between 30s and 60s I've been doing. As far as flavor profile, you see, I thought I had it. I thought I liked like lemonades and a little bit of candies. And then I got into some bakery, and then it's like, oh great, now I'm kind of mixed. And then I didn't think I really liked the boozy vapes, and then Larry got me into that. It's like, thanks a lot. Now I have
the Jim Beam.
yeah, it was just all Jack Daniels is
The
one
Jim
of my
Beam's
favorite
very
alcohols.
accessible, and you can build on it.
Yeah,
Yep,
you can turn it over and open it, Benji, if you want to open that RTA when it's full of juice, but there's really no reason to unless you were, gonna re-wick it or something. But other than that, you can change your airflow from MTL to restricted direct lung right on the thing itself.
Yeah, that's like Jim Beam with just a little extra oakiness is all it is. Just a little tinge of extra oakiness over Jim Beam, but it's pretty close. Very, very close.
And really accessible flavors. You've got the bourbon
Yep.
winter flavors. Well, not bourbon. Bourbon by
Just bourbon.
Bourbon.
But he nailed that mix. He really did.
And we've got the you mixed. Is it? Oh, that's Rocky.
It's a simple one recipe.
There you go. This was this for 4th of
That was
July?
for fresh. That's the one I just mixed up with this, and I just tried something different because those are a couple flavors that Tom sent me, and I wanted to try and taste with the swirl and the vanilla cream extra worked. And at first it was a little bit, like that chemical taste.
Yeah.
And then after a couple days, it's like, ooh, this is really yummy. It's kind of got almost like a yogurt flavor to it somehow. I don't know how it did it.
Where's the yogurt coming from?
Do you get much VSO of that VSO blueberry? You only got it at 4%. Usually you got to crank that a little higher.
You might get some from the vanilla swirl because that's like an ice creamy.
Yeah, well, yeah, but they have the huckleberries, like the innards of a blueberry is the mix between the blueberry and the huckleberry together makes the perfect blueberry. So it's kind of like those two together. So you want to go 5%. Yeah. And I didn't want to go too strong, but yeah.
And we had
it actually
from Rocky mentioned right at the beginning of the show. He's done a fruit salad, Star Spangled.
Yeah, I saw that.
Another 4th of July one, I think. Alpine strawberry, which is expensive.
Yes, it
I
is.
don't taste strawberry, so all I got was kind of dirt earth and but people rave about that Alpine strawberry. Banana Babe Flavora, haven't tried. VSO's the cult. Candy roll? Don't know what candy roll.
Candy roll is like those chalky tablet sweets that you can buy. You know, like the Love Hearts.
All right, yeah.
It's got that sort of mouthfeel. It's really good to for sherbets and things like that.
Pineapple by Flavora. Is it Jungle Flavors Sweet Strawberry supposed to be the combination of the cap and TPA together?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a really, really good sweet strawberry. What Jungle Flavors seem to do a lot of is they seem to come out with a flavour that somebody has already got, but then improve on it.
Cheers, Herb.
Yeah.
We'll have a chat with you. And
you've got the 2 watermelons. Those 2 watermelons are used together also in Watermelon, Wayne's one. Those are the 2 watermelons that he uses. Got quite a lot of that because I was vaping watermelon for quite a while.
I've got a bunch of watermelon sitting up there that I haven't touched in I don't know how long, but we did that stupid watermelon show. And I ended up with a bunch
of that stupid watermelon show.
One that Graham basically couldn't mix watermelon on, but
couldn't watermelon for topping. That was first few shows we ever did, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did we did the alcohol one, and I ended up with a bunch of bourbon. We did the watermelon one, I ended up with that, and I'm like, I keep ending up with all these damn flavors that we're doing on the show. I use them one time, and then they're sitting on my shelf. You know.
So you got to just go put watermelon crawl in the background and go ahead.
No,
And
what I did was I put them all in a box and I sent them to Disco. I just mailed them to her.
Oh, that's where she got them all from. Okay, now I know where she got all her flavors from. I got it.
Yeah, it didn't do watermelon. Watermelon Show went down really, really well.
I enjoyed the show, even though it was the 6 times I tried to do a watermelon vape, and the next week, by the end of the next week, I had 2 recipes on ELR with watermelon.
Oh, you'd love my watermelon ice cream then, Bill.
Well, actually, believe it or not, I mean, my son-in-law started back to vaping some Zero Nick, and he was just vaping some every now and then. And he said, "Hey, can you do a watermelon?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I kept the watermelons because I was making some for him. He's kind of gotten off the vaping. He doesn't smoke, but he was vaping Zero. He used to smoke. He went to vaping, then he got out of everything totally. Then he was like, "I'll go back to vaping a little, but just zero nicotine." And now he's just gone back to nothing again. But so I was using it for that, but now he don't even vape it. So no, I haven't touched a watermelon.
And the new watermelon, the watermelon sour by Wonder Flavors, add a little super sweet. You got yourself a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah, I had the watermelon
really
sour.
good.
Well, the double watermelon was half decent. And I've got, I said, I've got 2 or 3 watermelons. I
There's
think.
a LA watermelon I like.
Bobo's done a watermelon. That's one of your flavors, isn't it,
Yeah,
Bobo?
bubblemelon water gum. It is watermelon bubblegum, rather.
Yeah.
Even though that's the same thing, but it's watermelon bubblegum. Pretty nice. It's quite hard to get the watermelon to not like sink away, I found. But when it did do that, I had a very limited knowledge of mixing as well. But turned out pretty well. Enjoyed
People buy it, so it must be all right, mate.
I agree with you, Rocky. The wild melon is very rind heavy.
Yeah, I've got the double watermelon Capella, the TFA watermelon, the TFA watermelon candy, and the Mullenberry big watermelon. Yeah.
Mullenberry big watermelon's good.
And basically, I think Graham's the one had me get the big watermelon and the double watermelon, and I believe one of the other watermelons possibly.
I don't know.
No. What you need to do is write Graham on all these flavors. That way, there you can hold them up later. Say thanks, Graham. Look, they're still full, Graham.
I find the TFA ones are a little bit perfumey. The hard candy more so.
Remember what I ended up using? Do you want to do the wheel?
You mean
Yeah.
floral?
Benji wants to know what's the best watermelon. I only tried TPA. It tastes more like the skin than the middle. So what would you say? So obviously he's not wanting the skin side of it. He's wanting the watermelon.
Yeah, the big watermelon, the Mullenberry is pretty decent, and the double's not that bad. If you mix the 2 of those together, you get a half decent watermelon.
Yeah, I'd say the Mullenberry big watermelon and LA watermelon is really good as well. But like a lot of fruit flavors and a lot of the other flavors we use, to be honest, they benefit more from being layered.
Yeah, mixed with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that blueberry huckleberry mix in VSO. If you don't mix the 2, the blueberry tastes like the skin, the huckleberry tastes like the innards. If you don't mix them together, it just kind of it's a little flat. You need both.
Yeah, I used the blueberry at like about 6 or 8%, and they pretty much mainly just a blueberry, almost a one single flavor, and it actually wasn't that bad.
It's not bad. Try it with a little huckleberry, and if you got
I don't have it anymore. I don't think. Well, I may have it. Yeah,
if you do have it, you should try it with a little bit of huckleberry to boost
I've
it,
got it,
and you'll like it even more.
I don't have huckleberry, but I do have. I haven't ordered flavors in a long time.
I got watermelon PSTD or whatever it's called.
What?
He's got watermelon STD, I think he said.
He's got watermelon STD. Is that a new one?
That's what he said.
He was in that watermelon crawl video. There.
Yeah.
Been using watermelons wrong.
Yeah, you want to see where your watermelons have been. I don't know where you're buying them from.
Now, see, that was the thing is what you need to do is there's where you can get with Larry. Because we used to plug watermelons, cut the little triangle out, plug it, and take a bottle of vodka and dump it in there, or rum, and dump it in the watermelon, and then plug it back, leave it in the refrigerator overnight, and then eat it.
She used to leave it for a week with all kinds of different alcohols in there, including some raisins she'd throw in there to actually
Yeah.
boost it a little more.
Mhm.
And just before the family came to visit, and they'd eat that watermelon.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I was always trying to figure out, why can't I eat the watermelon?
Yeah, why
Oh,
can't
well,
I
now I
have
know.
that one? Yeah, but the thing is, so you could make a plugged watermelon. That's what it needs to come up with. Get to work on that, Larry. If you're still here.
Yep, we can do the wheel if you want to do the wheel. I don't know if you see this. So what we do now, we'll play a little bumper that's Graham's bumper. We do a mixing wheel. So we have got, I think it's mixers versus mixer now, isn't it? You're doing.
No, he's
on
just
it, I don't know.
I didn't save the wheel.
Ah, right.
We're back to the mains one. So it's just
Good.
Tim's own.
So it's just Tim's wheel.
Yeah,
today.
putting Tim on the spot.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Hold up then, we'll just... Oh, I'll tell you what we
Yeah, I
haven't played
picked up
today.
a
I don't
piece
know
so I
where.
can do apricot if it comes up. So it gives me an idea.
Oh, you're all right. You're probably
Yeah, it'll be something. Mike is the one that'll show.
Well, also, I forgot to play someone's bumper today that we're in. We'll just play that right quick. Just a shout out to Mick Mick.
Oh yeah, Mick.
Taxi!
Well, the wheel is played,
There you go.
and here comes Mick.
We got to play it earlier, more famous than Nevans.
Are we ready?
We are ready.
Here we go. Oh, don't need
It's his
to go.
choice.
Oh, now we got to think. That's not fair.
It is.
We normally do this 15 minutes towards the end of the show.
Yeah, give about 3 minutes to get it together.
So you got a cake. So a mixer's choice base is a cake. And there you go.
Everybody in
So
chat want to join in?
yeah, so if anybody, it's mixer's choice, so it could be anything you want with a cake.
Yep.
And then we'll see where it goes. So yeah, so chat if you want to join in, if anybody wants to join in the panel or whatever.
Go.
That's it now. All he's gonna do is take Larry's recipe and put yellow cake.
Yeah.
Call it bourbon cake.
Actually, probably good. But I was thinking more in terms of, I mean, just shouldn't there be a stipulation like Bill can't just go pick something off his shelf and just use it? Like last week.
So Benji's been using sweet strawberry cap with TPA watermelon. We'll have to get some big watermelon then. Not wrong with some big watermelons.
Big watermelons. Just don't get them from Graham.
Yeah, you don't know where these watermelons have been.
Yeah, because they got an STD.
Oh, dear. So, do you want to bring your recipes up then while they're having a play around? Do you want to see your new recipes then, Mr. Sherlock?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so,
curious to see the nut one here. Are you going to show it?
Yeah.
now? So,
Oh, there's no nuts in there. I just wanted to call you nuts, to be honest, Bill.
well,
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I'm used to that, but that's fine.
So this is the chair's gone nuts. As you can see, it is very nut heavy. Which is the main one is TFA pistachio at 4%. Then when I was looking up what actually went with pistachio, what other nuts, Google actually threw up loads of nuts that went with pistachio. So I just thought I'd do a nut heavy one. So I put in a little bit of the Vape Train walnut, which to me has some really nice chocolate-like notes to it, and Vape Train macadamia, and then a little bit of cashew just to bring up the mouthfeel a little bit. Thought with just those it would be a little bit dry, so the Wonder Flavors buttercream frosting actually alleviates some of that dry nuts and adds a really nice vanilla to it, which works really well with the nuts. And then a little bit of the Vape Train butter base.
Out of everything you've got on there, you know how many of those flavors I have?
I was going to say, I bet you're missing most of them, aren't you?
No,
Yeah, none of
I
them.
have 0 in that entire thing. I don't have any of those. I have got walnut, and I have got plenty of walnut, but I've got Wonder Flavors walnut.
Yeah, I haven't got the Wonder Flavors walnut.
I've
I've
got
only got the Vape Train.
pistachio, but I think I have Mullenberry pistachio or somebody else's. I don't believe it's TPA.
Yeah,
I've
with
got cashew, but the cashew that I got tasted almost like cherry.
All right.
yeah, that means it's got
That's-
some sort of almond in it. That's more of an almond, that one then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the almond that I have is actually more of a cherry now that I think about it. It is right. But yeah, like I said, I've got 120 mil of Wonder Flavors walnut concentrate, not vape concentrate. I've got over 100 mil.
Yeah.
Oh
with,
boy.
with that one, I don't think you can actually sub anything out in there apart from possibly the buttercream frosting. You could get away with switching that for the Vape Train one, but with the TFA pistachio, it's more of a pistachio pudding with almond notes to it as well. When you actually smell it, it smells like marzipan.
Right.
Are you
So-
into nuts, Bobo? Are you a... No, I'm not a nut. I don't.
Yeah,
I,
I'm
don't,
not-
I,
I'm
I
not
eat them,
anyway.
but I'm not.
I'm not a pistachio fan. That's one nut I don't. I like the walnuts, the hazelnut. Most of mine, mostly is like walnut, hazelnut, that type. You know.
Yeah, I don't like a nutty vape. I'm not a fan of nut vapes.
I like the walnut. Once, if I put the custard in, I put like 2 custards in with it, and it kind of mellows it out. And then I also put the caramel in, the salted caramel,
Alright.
Wonder Flavors. And
Yeah,
Okay, I'm all
so-
set. I'm gonna get my flavors.
Yeah, I mean it's surprisingly not as nut heavy as you expect because that creaminess from the TFA pistachio, along with the buttercream frosting and the butter base, does tame it down a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess some people taste it a little dry when they taste them. I don't really get, to me, the thing that I really liked about it when I first hit on the nuts was with the coffee in the morning. It was like, it was the perfect partner. You had this, because I put cream and sugar in my coffee and I had that sweetness going with my coffee. And then I had my vape that kind of offset that sweetness. And so it's kind of like you're sitting there at night. I don't know whether or not you all do this or not, but I'll be sitting at night and I'm like sweet, salty, sweet, salty, sweet, salty. I like to eat like a Reese's peanut butter cup and then have some chips. And then I'll be like, oh, now I've just got done eating the salty chips. Now I'll have a cupcake or something.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
it's
What are you
like-
eating
and
chips
then-
for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want
Huh?
to have that with fish and chips.
Crisps.
No, chips, crisps, as you call
Crisps,
them.
yeah, the crisps.
Yes, yeah. And so I'll eat some candy, then I'll have some crisp, then I'll have a cupcake, and then I'll have some peanuts. And then I'll have, but it's sweet, salty, and I'll sit there all night eating back and forth on sweet and salty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sweet and salty go really, really well together. What I like when I go to the cinema, what I'll do, I'll buy a bucket of the salted popcorn,
Mhm.
and I will buy then a packet of the Cadbury Little Stars,
Yeah,
All right.
and I'll drop those into the popcorn.
yeah,
So you're actually getting some of the chocolate and the popcorn at the same
right.
time.
You
It
get
works
it all
really
the same
well.
time. And that's what I get with my coffee. I've got the sweet in the coffee, and then I've got the little more salty type with the nuts. And so the two of them just go together for me.
Yeah.
I have some strange casters on here, don't I? What are you like? But are you a sweet or salty popcorn man?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? I do like mixing sweet and salty popcorn, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. I just like
there's
sweet
sweet
popcorn.
and salty mixes too. They actually make stuff that's called sweet and salty. You can get it here to where
Yeah.
you can get
Yeah,
you can
Butterkiss
buy
do
it.
one.
Yeah.
Other one, Butterkist.
Butterkiss do a sweet and salty mix.
Butterkiss,
Like,
Butterkiss, rah, rah, rah. Butterkiss, rah, rah, rah.
wasn't brilliant.
Well, it doesn't give you an STD or anything, but it's not bad,
Graham Abley says, best nut I've had is a Philip Rock Grand Reserve. Yeah,
I
I'm
like
not.
walnut. I like walnut cookies. I like walnut brownies. That's fantastic because you get,
Yeah, I'm just not a big nut. So I like eating nuts. I just don't like vaping. I just don't like the taste of them at all. I've had some vanilla that tastes like nuts. That's only fucking awful.
Yeah, there are some really bad nuts out there as well, mind. I mean, the vape train pistachio for me is horrendous.
what is that? That
It's
one
just
might
one
be-
massive off note.
Right?
And there is another nut as well I tried which wasn't very good. I can't remember what one it was now though.
Did you have a second recipe that you've done as
Yep.
well that you just
Yeah, I'll
dropped?
pull that one up now. Share screen on. Where's it gone? There we go. So this is Wandering Bunny. I had some Suicide Bunny Wanderlust
All
a
right,
while
yeah.
ago, and I bought it for nostalgia purposes because I did quite like some of the Suicide Bunny vapes. I was a little bit disappointed with it in that it tasted okay, but it was a little bit muted.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd try my own remix on it, see if I could get it a little bit better for my tastes. And it turned out really well. It turned out almost, I'd say, at least 90% to 95% of the way to the actual Suicide Bunny itself.
What would you
Right.
sub the vanilla cupcake for, though?
The Capella Vanilla Cupcake is, I don't think you could sub it. You could try the TFA version, but I think the Capella one is a little bit better than the TFA.
I don't have it either. I've, because I looked at that and I thought, man, that looks really good. And then I thought,
Yeah.
I don't think I have a cupcake.
Yeah, the Capella Vanilla Cupcake is, you do get some of the cupcake there, but it's mainly vanilla frosting.
Well, isn't the what you call it, the vanilla frosting? What do I have?
Yeah, so I pushed that up to 5%, and then to enhance that cupcake a little bit more, then threw in some sugar cookie. I'm pretty certain I actually tasted the sugar cookie in the actual Wanderlust itself, because it is one of those flavors that stands out a little bit. So 2% of that just boosts up the cupcake a little bit. And then my own little twist on this then is the 1.5% Capella whipped marshmallow, which makes the mix a little bit airier and lifts up that vanilla frosting to another level. So
Right.
it is very vanilla frosting heavy with that little bit of a cake in the background.
Is that
And
what you get
then-
off? I've never had Wanderlust.
Yeah, Wanderlust is described as, I believe it's described as a cake with vanilla frosting. That is literally the profile.
How about fluffy
And-
white cake?
It's a little bit heavier on the cake side than the vanilla cupcake. I mean, you give it a try. I possibly
but
wouldn't use it
then
at
if I
5%.
if I gave it a try and I wanted to boost that frosting up, I could just up the whipped marshmallow to like 2.
Yeah. Yeah, put that to 2. I'd actually use the white cake at around about 4. I wouldn't use that at 5.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to get this recipe even closer to the original one, take out the whipped marshmallow and just put in 0.75% to 1% of Capella vanilla custard, because I'm pretty sure that's in the original. That's in the original as well.
It will be in the new. This is probably why it's changed on the new one. Because on the older one, pre-TPD, it probably did have Cat V1 in it.
Yeah.
And they've probably subbed that. They've either put Cat V2 in and, like say, the whipped cream, or they've just got rid of the custard altogether.
but then it's being sold as a short fill, so they could get away with dappy flavours in short fills.
Yeah, they could do. But it depends
for the moment.
Yeah, I suppose they could do. So, have you ever had any suicide, Bob? Have you ever had suicide bunnies stuff?
I've tried any of their stuff, to be fair.
I've only had what's the one that everybody has?
Mother's milk.
Mother's milk, and I didn't think it was that cracking.
Yeah, mother's milk wasn't that great. I've tried it.
Yeah,
That's more of a strawberry custard than an actual strawberry milk. Again, I think that's probably a really simple recipe as well. It's probably vanilla custard one and Capella sweet strawberry.
Have you tried the armless little bunny?
armless little. Well, Sal, is that a new recipe?
The Monty Python. Oh, it's just an armless little bunny. Run away! Run away!
So a bit of an update
No,
we've got on England. Apparently, we're on the 100 and.
Bill, you'll like this. True fact. When it comes to the bunny thing, after that scene, she attacked Mama. The bunny did. Our bunny actually did. She copies some movies, and she actually tried to attack her throat after that. It was quite interesting.
Did you launch the holy hand grenade at her?
Yeah.
I was over laughing. Does that count?
Graham Abley's only tried pineapple upside down cake. He's the only one he's tried. Oh, goal! We've got a goal. It's 2-1 in extra time. He's just got a penalty. We're in extra time. It's not updated on my end yet.
No, that's my man.
That was lucky. Yeah.
That was
what Dion said.
England's first.
I don't know whether he was meaning that the pineapple upside down cake was lucky or.
Yeah. So it's update is 2-1 England. So it may be that we don't do a show on Sunday because I think everybody will be in England will be watching it on Sunday night, won't they? At this rate.
What time is it?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm guessing it'll be 8 o'clock or something like that. It's over here. It's at Wembley, isn't it? So I don't know. It might be mid-afternoon. It might be late on. I don't actually know what time. Does anybody know what time final is on Sunday? Don't know.
No idea.
So, yeah. So, Graham, what was the upside down cake? Because you tried. What is its upside down cake? Bill,
Batman's.
Batman's.
I did Batman's pineapple upside down cake, and it was.
Oh, that's what's in my
good.
Titan. That's what's in my Titan.
Oh, is that what it is? Solo is delicante.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't even like pineapple, and it was not bad. But the thing about Batman's juices, in a lot of cases, you don't really have to like some of the stuff. If you crank that to about 120 watts, and then the sweetness and everything in it, you could hit it. Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah.
And
have you tried it, Bobo?
Pretty decent day. Yeah.
It's a bit
sweet. I can tell you.
it hurts a little bit to vape it, but it's gorgeous, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Like acid reflux.
All right.
What you have to do is you have to crank it to about 120 and vape it at a high wattage.
I vape 120, 130 all day anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm on a
and it's fantastic. But now I was vaping it at about 60, and I was like, and I was in the Zoom room with Batman, and he's like, crank that, crank it up. And so I said, well, okay. And I took it to 120, which I don't normally vape that high. And man, it was like vaping something totally different, and it was really a good vape. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
See you later, Jacob. I hope we don't saying do a Northern American vape show. 8 p.m. Sunday it is. We'll see. I'll have a word because Jacob Vape was supposed to be on, but like I say, don't think we're going to get many in on Sunday.
Yeah, by the time we come on, it's 10:30. Everybody ought to be drunk by then.
Everybody will be pissed by then, mate.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
they'll
why you
be
got
all
to do the drunken vapes because
They'll either be pissed or pissed. Because they'll either be pissed because they've been drinking, or they'll be pissed because they lost or something.
Yeah.
It's either celebrating or commiserating. It's one of the two.
So yeah, I've had like I say, only one that I had with that. I had that pineapple, that pumpkin one, which were a bit strange.
all right, though.
Did you like that? I didn't.
I didn't like the pumpkin. The pumpkin one I never really vaped. I vaped it a little bit, and that was the only one I didn't get on with. You had the guava.
I had to go have a flaky pit. That was nice with that one. It tastes of banana.
Then see the other ones that he came out with that I've got up here, the casitos. He's got, you know, the mango, guava, strawberry, and a pineapple in it. And, you know, I've got 100 ml bottles of those. And the pineapple, I did the strawberry, and that one was, you know, definitely by far my favorite out of that batch.
Are they still going A and B? Because they were going to stop, weren't they?
I don't know. I really don't.
Well, they're definitely going overseas still,
Yeah.
but it seems like they're still kind of sort of operating here too.
I haven't ordered any commercial juice. Oh shit, it's been almost 2 years since I've ordered commercial juice.
So are we going there with the mixing? Is anybody in chat done any took this up? Are we?
I'm already done. Ironically, you guys did mention pineapple, and I did an island cake.
All right, yeah.
It was a coconut pineapple cake.
That'll always
that sounds
happen
nice. I like
whenever
that,
when you're trying to mix something, somebody, as soon as you grab something off the shelf, somebody else will be like, well, so and so, and you'll be like, God darn it.
It was
I just-
psychological. Did you notice we mentioned it all the way
was.
through? Psychological pineapple.
Yeah.
I'd already thought of it before you mentioned it, though. I will
And
say.
those flashing lights before the show started, they spelled out pineapple.
Pineapple,
That's
yeah.
what it was.
That's what it was. Yes. Benny's working on that mind control thing.
It is, yeah. That's why we had flashing lights at the beginning. So yeah, you might have noticed we've got a new bumper as well. I did a new bumper, a bit flashy. Andrew Joe said no watching footy.
Oh, that turned out good.
It's good. I like coconut. Some people don't like it, but I like coconut myself.
Yeah,
Well, I went with a
like the
candy coconut
one.
to pull out the like the coconut extra on purpose, so it had a little bit of sweet texture.
Yeah, coconut candy is quite nice. I don't know what is that Wonder Flavors coconut candy.
TFA.
Is it TFA? TFA coconut. That's quite nice. That's quite a nice coconut. That's a desiccated coconut.
Yeah.
Defecated coconut?
Not defecated.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say that came from Graham.
Yeah, the vape train desiccated coconut is really good, and the Wonder Flavors coconut custard is really nice as well.
Do you want to?
That's good.
Do you want to? Did you do your recipe? Have you put it on? Do you want to just show it? You can share it at the bottom. Share screen.
Oh, yep. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me get to the screen then first. That'll make more sense. All right. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Here we go. There we go. So I just went with buttercream frosting at 1.5%, coconut extra at 1%, sugarloaf pineapple at 2%, and yellow cake at 1.5%. And
Excellent choices.
That's tasty. I actually.
What's that sugarloaf pineapple like?
Lovely.
Really,
Is it?
really nice pineapple.
Is it a nice pack? Because pineapple, I like a pineapple, and I'm not mean.
I want to say it wasn't because that was one of Graham's suggestions for the buy. It actually was. That was one you mentioned, and I put in there last minute. So I actually I gotta give Graham some credit. It's delicious. It really is.
So there you go. If you are fancying a pineapple, get the sugarloaf pineapple from VTA.
Mine's
Right.
a bit
Sounds nice, that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It's good.
George, mine.
Hold up, Benji's put one in. He's put 4% sweet strawberry cap, 5% yellow cake, Flavor West, and 1% whipped cream. That yellow cake, oh, yeah.
The yellow cake's so good.
It is, but it's so bad.
Yeah, it's so bad for you.
It's so good, but so bad.
I've got the Capella yellow cake. I don't have the Flavor West yellow cake. I'm a Capella guy on the yellow
I
cake.
brought both.
Yeah. Mine's like
I
black.
just got mine in today. Yesterday.
Oh,
So-
I've got the big bottle of Capella yellow cake, and it's
Yeah.
down to there, so I use it quite a lot.
Yeah, Jungle Flavors or 1-on-1.
So don't try the Flavor West. Don't try the Flavor West, because if you try the Flavor West, you might like it better, and then that'll just sit there.
No, I'm not. I'm staying with that. I use that a lot, so I don't need to go, because if you've got a flavor that suits your palate, then the stupidest thing to do would go get a different yellow cake and go, oh shit, now I like this better, because like I said, until that bottle's gone, then I might try a 10 ml of something else. But
Yeah,
until
yeah,
that
yeah,
one's gone,
Clark, I tell you all
done
right,
60
brother?
of this. I could have done a 60 of this one. This is actually really good.
Um, if you want to knock that sugarloaf pineapple up an extra level, add Mullenberry funky pineapple to it.
I have to watch it and replay and write it down.
Yeah, now you're gonna see it's costing you money. I'm telling you, mixing shows cost you money.
They do.
They do. But yeah, that sounds delicious. It's good,
Because-
although it's really good way it is.
Then you're gonna go on the site, you're gonna start ordering stuff, and you're gonna be $8 short of free
Yeah.
shipping. And then you're gonna order more stuff
be
to
like,
get the free shipping, and then it's
What? Yeah. I need some of these flavors. Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of neat. Oh, they got a discounted section.
yeah,
Go check
right.
that out.
Then,
Yeah.
then you'll see a picture.
I'm
and
getting,
it's like,
I'm getting
"Oh, that
flavors.
looks
I can't
good."
even put this flavor in ELR because it doesn't exist anymore. But okay.
Yeah. you
And the
can't put
police-
any flavours in here, ELR, because it's got flavour police. Graham put on Cold Destroyer that yellow cake, and Rocket Junior says I have a coconut mix to test that got sent to me. Benji saying Flavour West is more cakey. That's why everybody liked it. It's just full of stuff that you don't.
I've got a Hostess strawberry cupcake, and so
I want to see him vape it.
Yeah.
You're gonna drop that in a blender, you will, and then drip it.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. It's probably bad for
Give it a
you.
bit of salt.
Go on then, Graham. Yeah, a bit salty. Yeah.
Okay, mine's a little bit more complicated.
Add some of that cheese.
Yeah.
So for the cake, I've used yellow cake and golden sponge cake. That's the yellow cake's really to back up the golden sponge cake. For the raspberry, I've used raspberry jam and raspberry sweet. I'm not too sure about the raspberry sweet. I might swap that out, try something else. And for the topping, I've got buttercream frosting backed up with the French vanilla and added white chocolate to give it that slightly chocolatey taste. And what you get is you get the raspberry first, then you get the cake, and then you get the frosting at the end. And it's quite nice, but I'm not too sure about the raspberry, but I struggle with raspberry.
And I'm only missing 2 flavors.
Well, there you go.
now the question is, can you take that like a regular cupcake and eat the frosting off the top first, and then just vape the cake the rest of the way? Can you vape the frosting?
You might
off
be
the
if
top?
you change if you change the from 50 to another kind of wattage, you might be able to get it to change.
That's an ideal, guys. We need to get stackable bottles so you can do that. Have the
Yeah.
topping in the bottom, and then you can mix them together if you want, but you can also do them separate.
Well,
Yeah.
Graham did that. He mixed 2 different things, gave them to Solom and Steve, and had them vape them separate, and then mix them together and vape them together.
Clark Cartel says I tried DIY and everything smells like mouldy forest
Yeah,
and
these
tastes
things.
even worse. So, yeah. Yeah, if you didn't get what they were getting, it we're on about with my beguile because I said it couldn't taste good cheese. I do 50 watts. If it doesn't start all with 50 watts, that's it. It's a goner.
Yeah, they cranked the beguile up to like 130 watts, and it was creamy.
Yeah, I might what Andrew George has suggested is swap the strawberry jam, but I'm not too sure about the raspberry sweet, to be honest. The actual jammy bit might take out. If you take the jam bit out, it's an absolute gorgeous white chocolate frosted cake. I might
Yeah,
just
but
do
you
that.
can't taste strawberry, so it's not going to do you any good.
I'll
because
take
it's
some
got
raspberries as
strawberry.
well. Some raspberries taste funky and some black currants taste funky.
So yeah, so you could do that, like say, swap it out for jam if it's strawberry jam.
Yeah, swap the filling out and just use the cake base. I think what I'll publish that as the cake base with white chocolate cake, and take the strawberry out, and people can just add whatever filling they want.
That's one
Yeah.
of the 2 flavors I have is the jam. So yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
The jam's good.
So right, we are coming up to that time. It is 25 past. So we are coming up to that time now, and I'm guessing football might be over now. I'm guessing.
No, 10 more minutes left.
Somebody would have
All
said
right.
we won.
10 minutes left, apparently. So we will let everybody go and enjoy the last 10 minutes of their football. So we will go around and say, just while we're on, we will say before we go, just look at the top. We missed out when we've been talking. Do check out Best Sig Liquid. We have got a 25% code off with BCL25. If you miss some vape show, you will get some free juice. So go over, show him some love. Because they do give us discount codes every week, so just go over there and show some love to him. He's got some new tobaccos in and things like that. So yeah, if you want to try some net tobaccos, go over and try that out. So yeah, we will go around and say our goodbyes. We will start with Bobo.
Nice one.
Oh, Graham's fucked off already.
Nice one.
Fucking nice of him. Yeah, nice of him not to say goodbye.
Been a boss at a Wednesday as usual. Tim, lovely to meet you, dude. Absolute pleasure. Chat, fucking boss as always. Love you all. See you all next week. I'll pass it over to Tim again.
Okay. Yeah, you can catch me on, like I said, most social medias, including YouTube, as an advocate for liberty. And then we had the Break This Stigma with Unity Discord, which is links all over the place. But if you ever need to get in, just let me know or someone know, and they'll get you in there if you're going through anything. Or if you just want to help or hang out someplace that maybe you might want a little buff, a little more positivity in your life. Other than that, yeah, let's pass it over to, let's see. I did Bill last time. Oh, we'll go Graham this time.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Pop over to Facebook if you need any help with DIYing. Monkey on Juice on Facebook. The link comes up in chat all the way through. And if you need any one-on-one help, especially A up me duck, because now I feel guilty that you bought stuff. God knows which recipes you're going to mix. If just contact us and do a Zoom call, and I'll help you out. And I'll pass it on to Bill.
Thank you. If you guys need any help with golf, don't contact me because I suck. No. But if you need to find Liam, you can find him. No, I'm going to let Liam go his own tonight. I'm getting tired, and he don't pay well for me to do that.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys in chat that did either watch football and us a little, or just watch us. And thanks for all the questions, all the input. Thanks, Tim, for coming on. It's been a good show, and I will throw it down to Liam.
Thanks,
This might take half an hour. That's why I've started doing it 5 minutes before.
It's been great having interactive chat again. Chat is really good every week. Great having you on as well, Tim, and getting to hang out and have a little bit of a chat. And everyone probably knows where they can find me now. Hit me up on Monkey on Juice on Facebook if you want any advice, and if Graham isn't available. And you can find me on most of the other DIY mixing groups on Facebook, and you can find me on Instagram as well as Sheila Combs. And if you wish to support me, you can pick up my one-shots from DIYFlavorChaser.com, as well as chefsflavors.co.uk, and Twisted Imagination and Sheila Combs.
Oh, and I'm on DIY Flavor Chaser as well.
Yeah, yes, of course. And I'm not.
I'll pass you back to Benny.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everybody in chat. It's been absolutely fantastic keeping everybody going and joining the chat. I know you've been watching football in between. It got a little bit exciting about 10 o'clock. So yes, thank you very much for joining us. Like I say, I know 10 o'clock came and there was half time, it was full time, and people started, we're into extra time. So thank you very much for sticking with us and watching in between. Thank you very much to our spanners for doing their job and putting links in and things like that. Thank you very much, Tim, for being on the show. Absolutely fantastic. We will have you on again. Thank you very much. Do check out him on social media. You can find him on Twitter. You can find him on Instagram. You can also find him on TikTok and OnlyFans. TikTok and OnlyFans.
OnlyFans are different name.
And only.
So thank you very much for my fellow casters. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Graham. Thank you, Bobo. And thank you, Liam. Much appreciated. We will be back next week. Same time, same channel. So catch us then. And we'll see you all next Wednesday. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.